Peterson, and I am the PE teacher at Weaver Elementary. Now, in our volleyball unit so far, we have covered the basics about passing, and we have covered the basics about setting, also known as overhead passing, and we've practiced volleying back and forth with each one. The third and final skill we're going to cover in this seesaw unit is the underhand serve. So, as I did with the first two skills, we're going to look over at the board, and we will see the steps of serving. I'm also going to place this on the slide so you can look at it directly. But we have 3 words that we remember when we serve. So, we follow kind of a cadence, and this part is important. But it's very similar to what we talked about back in September when we talked about throwing. We did some underhand throwing to targets, and we did some overhand throwing to targets. Those same concepts are used in volleyball when we teach the underhand serve and the overhand serve, which sometimes I do for in person in 5th grade. Not something I want you doing at your house. Anyway, we have 3 words that we use: draw, step, swing. And so you want the last 2 steps to kind of happen in the same amount of time as the first one. So if you are a music person, it's kind of like a quarter note and 2 eighth notes. So when you do the motion, you are draw, step, swing. We use the same kind of motion when we'll talk about bowling. It's just draw, step, roll. We use the same kind of cadence when we talk about throwing. We do draw, step, toss, okay? Or draw, step, throw. So it's that same kind of cadence that we use with all of those skills. Now, with volleyball specifically, and the underhand serve, first thing we're going to do is draw our hand back. Whichever is your dominant hand, the one you hit the ball with, that's going to be the arm that you draw back. Now, to make a fist, I'm going to come a little closer. Make your hand into a fist and stick your thumb to the side. That should create a nice flat surface to contact with. One of the most common mistakes that I see kids make is that they'll stick their thumb on top. And what happens is then the ball can go all kinds of funny zinging directions because it hits your knuckle. And that's not what you want. So make sure you tuck that thumb to the side so you get a nice flat surface. This is the part that's going to actually hit the ball. Now, with your other hand, it's going to hold the ball, okay? So I tell kids to make this like a soup ball, or soup bowl, I should say. Big hand, round so it fits your ball. And you want to hold that soup bowl nice and low, because if you don't, you will use up all your swing before you get to the ball. This is another one of the common mistakes I see kids make, is they'll hold the ball up this high, and they've used almost all of their swing before they ever make contact with the ball. And then their ball's going to just go straight up. So this is a really important part. A low soup bowl that's in front of the arm you're going to hit with. So it's not straight out front, otherwise your ball is going to go that way. You want it in front of the shoulder of the hand that's going to hit the ball. So when you do this, I'm going to do it without the ball first so you can see where my hand position is. I'm going to start in a low position, my feet are together. I draw my striking hand back. I step with my opposite foot. So if I'm going to hit the ball with my right hand, it looks like left to you, I know because it's backwards on the screen, but then I need to step with this foot. So draw, swing, okay? So low soup bowl, fist, thumb to the side. It's lined up right behind where you're holding the ball. Your feet are together, draw, swing. Now when you swing, you are going to strike the ball with your dominant hand, and you're going to follow through so you go straight. I tell kids this little cue, I say, answer the phone. So it's almost like you're picking up the phone to say, hello. Because if you think that way, then your follow through will be straight. Versus, if I just swing, sometimes I swing across my body. And then, of course, my ball is going to go that way. All right? So let's put it all together. I want you to stand up with me, and let's try this together without a ball. Low soup bowl. Make sure your hand is big, shaped round like a paw. Now make sure it is in front of the shoulder of the hand that's going to actually contact the ball. The hand that's going to contact the ball. Make a fist. Make sure your thumb is on the side. So you have a nice flat piece to hit the ball with. Now turn that flat piece up and place it right behind your soup bowl. All right, now, ears together, knees are a little bit bent. With the draw, bring your hand with the fist, bring it straight back, just like a pendulum on a clock. Okay? Draw. We're going to do it really slow this time. Now, whichever hand is back, step with your opposite foot. Small step, and then you're going to swing and answer the phone. Okay? Let's do that again. Feet are together, bend your knees. Low soup bowl. Make your fist. It's right behind your empty soup bowl. And we're going to say draws to swing and answer the phone. Okay? Ready, set, go. Draws to swing and answer the phone. Let's try again. Low soup bowl. Fist behind your soup bowl. Knees are a little bit bent. Draws to swing and answer the phone. When you swing, now your weight should be in your front foot. Okay? After you step. Alright, let's try it again. We're going to do 3 more of these. Ready? Low soup bowl. Fist up to the side. In front of your hidden shoulder. Draws to swing and answer the phone. Let's do 2 more. Draws to swing and answer the phone. And 1 more. Draws to swing and answer the phone. Now, you can take your balloon or stuffed animal, either one will work. Actually, a stuffed animal works very well for this one. And I will turn to the side so you can see my hitting arc. If you're using a balloon, a good strategy is to pinch the balloon between the two. Because oftentimes your balloon's a little bigger than your hand at this age. So if you want to hold it in place, you can pinch where you tie off when you've blown it up between 2 fingers, and that'll keep it in place. Okay? So again, low soup bowl, feet are together, we made our fist, we're ready to hit it. Draws to swing and answer the phone. And it will go straight. Balloons aren't going to go very far, and that's okay, because now you can pick it up and hit it again. If you have a beach ball that you're using, same thing, make sure you got a big hand, because it's a big ball. It's shaped round, so it fits. Now, one thing to be careful of, make sure you're not holding it straight out. Can you see how I'm using up all of my swing before I even get to the beach ball? That's not going to let my ball go very far. So it's really important that we keep the ball low so that we can get it to go further and get up and over the net. Alright? So we make our fist, draws to swing, and answer the phone. Okay? And eventually, you will use an actual volleyball to do this. Same concept. So it doesn't really matter what you're using. Actually, do not use one of these in the house. If you are doing outside and you have one, that is fine. But make sure you're not hitting it towards any windows or anything that's breakable when you're outside. Okay? So, low soup bowl, draw, step, swing, answer the phone. Okay? Now, if you don't have a ball, you can also use, we talked about this in the passing, you can use like a squishy ball, you can use like an outdoor plastic ball, that works too. But what works really well actually is pillows and stuffed animals. Okay? So, you can take something like just a throw pillow, and you can hold this in your hand, and you can do draw, step, swing, and answer the phone with a pillow just as easily as you can with the ball. Right now we don't have a net anyway, so I'm not concerned with getting it up and over. I'm just concerned with you using the correct motion so that you know how to do an underhand volleyball serve. Now, what I want you to do is practice that. So I'm going to put a 10-minute timer on. I want you to practice that motion for 10 minutes using a balloon or a beach ball. If you're inside, make sure it's a balloon or a pillow so it's not going too far. Make sure that there is nothing breakable around you. A basement's a really good place to do this if you have one. Alright? Then, once you finish that, I want you to go back and also review passing and setting skills. I want you to play a game and keep it up, and this time, instead of 20, I want to see if you can get all the way to 50 between passing and setting. You can use either or, but if the ball drops, you have to start back over and start counting at 1. See if you can make 50 contacts in a row. This is great for foot-eye and hand-eye coordination. So, practice, get better, and have some fun. I hope you enjoyed serving. Have a great day, friends.